he did. I don't respect him or nothing for him. She's not blameless. I don't care who got a problem with it.
I didn't
She's
say
not
she
blameless.
was.
So that's my. So
I
don't sit
didn't
here
say
like we
she
was dragging the
was.
mother. I was saying she's not blameless. That's what I was saying.
I
I
did
wasn't
not say
dragging
she
her.
I'm
was blameless.
Foxy. Is
I
this
am not in any
a
way
warning?
saying that she is blameless. Let us be completely, totally, and 100% clear. Chef Foxy B never said the mother of these children is blameless. Does everybody hear me saying this?
No, but you said I was
Never did I
dragging
say
her
she
as
was
if that,
Is this
blameless.
like a warning or
but
a
I
threat?
wasn't
What I am
dragging her.
saying,
Is this a
it is
warning or a threat?
our job to protect the children. Period, point, and blank. He does not deserve a platform
Okay, so
because giving him a platform only exacerbates what he did.
But did you come
How
over
you
here?
all don't see that, I don't understand.
Did you come
but
over
you
here
said
to her or threaten her? Like, what was the point of coming over here? Were you warning her or threatening her or what? Like,
Who? Warning who or threatening who?
butter. Like, what? I'm just asking. Like, what are you warning her that what's gonna happen, or
I'm sorry, did I make a threat to anybody?
I'm asking
You
why?
were very aggressive. You are being very aggressive to her
Yeah,
for
No, no,
no
no. I'm not
reason.
being aggressive. No, no. Let's be clear. Hold on. Hold on. Pause. Back up. Rewind. Whatever you want to do. My frustration, my aggravation, my passion that you hear is about the BS that was spewed out of what was considered a counselor's mouth. She's not a counselor. Let's be clear with that first of all. She's a life coach. That's not a counselor. Okay?
mm-hmm.
That's where my frustration is coming from. I'm not saying that black men's mental health is not important. I'm not saying black men don't deserve to be protected. I'm not saying any of those things. Butter knows this because Butter knows me. I defend black men. Black men's mental health is definitely important. However, semicolon, dot, semicolon, when you harm a child, fuck your mental health. Period.
You need to tell him that. Why are you telling her?
If he was up here, I would.
About to say
She's
the
the one
same
that chose
thing,
to give
Nikki
him
B.
a
because that's what
platform.
I'm saying. The
I
It's
aggressive.
was
like
not here
You
last
need to
night.
go find him.
it's like once again we have chosen to go after the victims and
No,
anybody
he
but
went
the
after the
hold on, wait a
victim.
minute, anybody
He
but
went after the
the
victim, but
abuser.
when he chose Butter, she is a survivor. She is a survivor. He is a predator. I'm trying so hard not to curse. He is a predator. She is a survivor.
So why are you here? You need to talk to him once again. That reiterates what
No,
I'm.
I don't need to talk to him. He does not exist to me. It does not change my stance. He does not deserve a platform at all to say anything to anybody about anything. He does not deserve it. I don't care what, there's nothing anybody in these boxes can tell me that can change that. He does not deserve it. Period. I'm not mad at
It's your
Butter.
prerogative to feel
I'm
that
not
way. But my thing is
I'm not threatening.
why are we
None of
going
that.
around this app having so much conversation with the people and about the people that chose to be fair, regardless if you agree with their decision to platform these people or not? We are still skipping over the opportunity to talk about what the abuser said because we're more focused on the fact that the abuser was able to tell their story. We should still be talking about the fucking abuser, not the people that gave them a platform to tell their story. You're right, Taurus. Her feelings are valid. They're very fucking valid.
I totally
But at the
agree.
end of the day, so are theirs. She's a victim herself. How are you to say she can't platform an abuser if
How
she
can
as
you
a victim,
all?
hold on, wait. If she as a victim feels like this may be healing to her to hear the side of the abuser. There are victims. There are plenty of victims that
Because
were
that's not what she
appreciative
said.
for that side.
Hold on. I don't know your name. I just know you're on one of Sobe's other pages. That's not what she said. She said she couldn't sleep last night. She said that this was eating at her. She didn't say that she wanted or this was in any way healing
You're
to
also
her.
talking about after the fact. You don't know how she felt before. You don't know how she
After
felt
the fact
beforehand.
is what matters.
No, before matters too. Before actually matters too. Or else there wouldn't be an after if there wasn't a before. There had to be a
Are you a
reason she
ma'am?
wanted to hear. There had to
I
be a
don't wanna be
reason. There was a reason.
ma'am,
And the
sir.
point is that
Are you
you can call me Lisa. The point of
Lisa?
it
I
is that it's
apologize. I
not
don't
for us to dictate what she does and what
mm-hmm,
she doesn't do with her platform. You can disagree with
mm-hmm,
it or whatever, but we're wasting
mm-hmm,
so much time coming down on the people that decided to allow this person to speak rather than talk about what that person said. That's the
mm-hmm,
discussion we should be having at this point, what the abuser said. So as victims, we can analyze what the abuser said, and maybe we can help other victims or possibly stop people from becoming victims. We sitting up here fucking, we have been on this app all day going after the people that platformed them instead of talking about what this nigga said. He said some shit that we all need to motherfucking pay attention to. He said some shit that could
which was
help
what?
every fucking victim.
Which was
Red
what?
flags.
Please
Red
enlighten.
flags everywhere.
Which was what?
I
What are
don't
you
have any
talking
boxes
about?
open.
What are you talking about? He
You
gave
said,
intel. He
Lisa,
gave intel on how he
Lisa.
thinks as an abuser. You don't think a victim that wants to
Wait, hold
understand
on,
why
hold
they're
on,
being
hold on, hold
abused
on.
can take that and
You
use that
said,
to get out of that situation? Or to
Lisa,
maybe not even get
Lisa,
in that situation?
Lisa, you said he said some things. You said he said some things
Yes. Mm-hmm.
that we all needed to hear. What the hell did he say
Absolutely.
that we
Yes.
all needed to hear?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, give me three. What did he say
I don't
that
have to
we
give
all
you
needed to
anything.
hear?
You were in that live. You heard it right. You heard it right. That's
See,
my
that's the thing.
opinion.
No,
It doesn't
I
matter what
wasn't.
I tell you.
I wasn't
If you
in
don't
that
agree
live.
with it, you don't agree with it. So I'm not going to argue
I
with you for
wasn't
you
in
to
that
agree with
live.
what I said. But I said what I
I
said.
heard it from
There were
Gutters
things that
mouth.
we all needed to hear. If not, it wouldn't be so many people that were appreciative in hearing it. And I'm talking about victims. I'm not talking about people who may have experienced this by proxy someone
Listen,
else. I'm talking about
this is the
actual
bottom
victims
line.
that were in the
This is
comment
what we
section
know.
saying
This
how
is
how
what we
healing it
know.
was to hear an
This is the
abuser
bottom
hold
line.
himself accountable.
He is 103,000,000% an abuser. That is
Of course
what
he is.
we know.
That's not that's not the
Period
argument
and
here.
point blank. And the
That's not an
fact that you
argument
all are
here.
going so hard in the paint for an abuser
See,
says
that's what you keep
Are we
saying.
going hard in
Nobody's
the
going
paint
I
for
hard
an
to paint
abuser, or are we
again.
going hard
You
in the
keep
paint for the
saying that. No one's
conversation?
explaining
We're
on who
going hard in
abuser
the paint
was
for the
today.
conversation that needs to be had. Fuck him. Fuck him. I wouldn't give a fuck what abuser it was. I wouldn't give a fuck if it was I speak.
She
I
gone.
wouldn't give a fuck if it was my father. I wouldn't give a fuck if it was my mother. If an abuser is going to speak the fucking truth as a victim, I want to fucking hear it. Whether I believe it afterwards or not, whether he's sincere afterwards or not, I'm going to learn something from that fucking conversation because I'm going to get something from the mind of an actual abuser, not hearsay from what somebody thinks an abuser thinks. This is what an abuser thinks. This is what an abuser preys on. He told us directly what he preyed on as an abuser, how he manipulated as an abuser,
But
the
he didn't tell
signs
us
to look
anything that
for
we didn't
as an
already know.
abuser.
He didn't tell us anything we didn't
You
already know.
might know that. You might every person doesn't know that, because if every person knew that, then we wouldn't be in these situations, right?
So people are
If
going to
every
continue to
person knew
be
that, no,
abused.
ma'am. If
People
every
will
person knew
continue
that, hold
to
on,
be
ma'am. If
abused.
no one was ignorant to those things,
We
if
are
no one
still
was ignorant
going
to
to.
those things would not exist.
The
Point
reason
blank. Period.
Can
people are
anybody drop her?
abused.
I creep. She said she wants to come up.
The reason people tend to get abused is because there is a lack of protection. So people are preyed upon. Their circumstances are preyed upon, right? Information. If you are not protected, then you are 9 times out of 10 going to be easily prey. And that is what we all know. We all know that hurt people hurt people. I get what you're saying. There were other victims too. So all of us who are victims, I get that. But he really didn't say anything that we don't know, right? He just told his story, right? And I
Well,
think
that's
the
not true, because
pushback,
there are a lot of people in the comments section that said I didn't know that. I'm glad you told me that. I never would have
and
known this.
I think what we
There were a
are,
lot of
I
people that
think,
didn't know, baby.
right.
There were a lot of people that
I
didn't
think
know.
what's happening to us in our community, like I said earlier, is we are not used to Black men being held accountable for anything, so that when someone has the sins that he has, we put him on a pedestal and say, oh, but that's just because in our
Pedestal. Who put him on a
community,
pedestal? Who
we
put him on
put
a
him,
pedestal? Who
we
praised
put
him for
him,
anything?
okay,
Who
but my
praised him?
point is, in
I'm
our
asking, no,
community,
but baby, I'm asking so I can understand your point, because I can't understand a point that doesn't exist. Who
okay, so
praised
we
him for
may have
you to
not
say that?
praised
Who
him, we
praised
may
him?
not be praising him, but
Okay.
we actually gave him space to tell his story.
And
And I
what is the
think
problem?
it's
Hold on,
just,
wait. Particularly, what is the
let
problem
me
with him
talk and
telling
then
his
land my
story?
plane, and then you can ask me a question. I
We're
think
having a
what happened
discussion.
is,
I thought, like,
no,
I don't understand it.
let me
I
land
don't
my
I don't
plane,
understand.
and then you're free to ask me any question. I fuck with you
Well,
tonight.
okay, I don't have any more
Okay.
questions then. Thank you.
So my point is that we are so used to our men not taking any kind of accountability, that any kind of accountability or apology is like the greatest thing. Thank you. I'm so glad. That's the attitude that we had with that. But that's just because our men just kind of do whatever they want and be like, so what? I'm a man. I make mistakes. I'm human. And that's kind of the excuses that we're used to. And I think that's why everybody is really like in their feelings, applauding this guy or saying thank you to him. It's really because nobody else is like, he's one in a million. Let's be honest. He's one in a million. We can say that.
I don't know. I can't
Who is
relate to what
we?
you're saying. Were you? I thought you were finished. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That was somebody
I
else
was
who was
just saying,
talking.
who is we?
Praising him.
That's what I keep saying, because that's the same running statement talking about praising. Nobody is praising that man. Nobody is saying it's acceptable what he did. Not one person.
So, yeah, no one has said that. I get that. Again, it seems to be the pushback that you got, that whoever is receiving, right? Whoever, let's just say whoever is receiving, is because what he did in the dark, he needs to heal in the dark. That's what people are pushing back. People are saying you committed all of these sins against children in the dark. You admitted that you preyed on people's weaknesses. You admitted that you was intoxicated before you went upstairs. Whatever the story is, you admitted all of this stuff. So how about you heal and tell your secret with other abusers, other convicts, other criminals? You're not wanted around here. That's what seems to be happening. People who don't have skeletons in their closet is like, oh, you ain't no.
Can I
Because
ask
there's a lot
something,
of us
please?
who were victims of children of physical abuse, sexual abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, who when the time came, We stood our ground and said, we will not be perpetuating this. Fuck that.
But
It's a
then
lot
again,
of us who did that. So I think
Can I
that's
say
what
something?
that's the pushback you're getting.
Okay, can I say something? Okay, so if the abuser never comes to the public eye of other victims and other people who haven't been victimized and could possibly be victimized later on in life, how do you expect to know what to look for? Can you answer that, please? Oh wait.
Are you asking me?
No.
Is my
No, I
thing
wasn't asking the
frozen?
woman that was just talking.
She's on mute, I
Does
think.
She's on mute. I don't know why she's on mute.
Who did you ask the question to? I just asked you if you oh, okay, so she asking me. Yeah, so what was your question again?
Yeah. I'm gonna say it again. If
Please
you don't
do.
expect
Thank you, sweetie.
abusers to be able to come to the public eye and say what they've done, how do you expect for people who are already victims or who could later be victimized later on in life to look for in an abuser, in a narcissist? A severe narcissist is that. So how do you expect us to know what to look for?
So I think that we're not giving people enough credit. I don't think we're admitting how toxic our community is. A lot of our family members, a lot of our friends, right? I think we know what to look for in people, right? I think we are aware of our children. We're just
You were trying to put your
You just
mindset
asked
on
me.
the
You just
other
asked me a
people.
question. You said,
Who
"How
is
are we
we?
supposed to know what to look for?"
I said, how
you
are
know
we
what?
supposed to look for it? You're not telling me how we supposed to look for it. You just
So
assume everybody got the
I'm
same mindset,
answering
and that is
as a we.
absolutely
I'm
wrong and
answering
incorrect. There
as
are
we.
new people being born every single day.
So you know what this sounds like to me? Same story about
I can tell, and that's
the
embarrassing.
uncle in the family that y'all just keep it buried and don't talk about it. Don't talk about it because if we don't talk about it, we can forget about it.
That's what I
That's kind
just
of
said
the
in the
same
other
old
live.
story.
So
The
I think
same old
people
That's what
have
it
story.
been
sounds
talking
like to
about
me.
the uncle and the family. I think we've been talking about the uncles and the brothers and the grandfathers. I think all of our issues have come to the surface on TikTok and in real life. We are talking about single mothers. We're talking about the child predators in our family. We've been talking about that on this